What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. And guess what, bitches?
You're all our children now, because I've got the body and Jason's got the brain.
We're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge from 1985. I'm Dusty Lane.
I'm Jason Mitchell.
And we are the Cinebytes.
Hello?
I came for you. We have such sights to show you.
It was an excellent day for an exorcism.
I said, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
I want to play a game.
What's the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, it was. This is God.
We all go a little mad sometimes. Haven't you?
But sometimes, that is better.
Welcome back to Oblivion, everyone. As mentioned, we are covering A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge today.
Yes.
Directed by Jack Shoulder?
Jack Head and Shoulders.
Written by David Chaskin, but based on story and characters by Wes Craven. I'm pretty fucking excited to talk about this one, dude. This is a fun movie.
Oh, yeah. I got a couple things for Mr. Director Jack. Not much, though. Alone in the Dark, 1982. Directorial debut, and that was a slasher, and actually one of the earliest films produced by New Line Cinema.
Yeah.
So we know New Line gets this whole series pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Wishmaster 2 was the next one that I noticed that was direct to video, but I feel like I just watched that one and it's...
I think you did. Didn't you go through all of them recently? Featuring Robert Englund, by the way.
Right, and I mean, it was bad, but it was good bad. It was like watching Leprechaun 4, like we just
Silly
did, kind
shit,
of, yeah.
Right.
The only other thing that I noted, which there was other things in here, but nothing that was really horror that I noticed, but he did an episode of Tales from the Crypt called Fitting Punishment.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
I looked through his filmography a little bit, and I didn't find a whole lot, literally only a little more than a handful of projects altogether.
Yeah, I feel like there was maybe 10 or something, just nothing that I really recognized, but...
Right. Obviously, you mentioned already, this is a New Line Cinema production in association with Heron Communications and Smart Egg Pictures, distributed by New Line. Rating of R, runtime of 87 minutes. It's pretty quick in and out on this.
Yeah, dude, perfect. I love it. Keep me at 90 or less, honestly, unless we're diving into something serious. I'm like, hey, absolutely, there's more time for it, but I love the 90-minute runtime.
Yeah. We are, of course, back in the Elm Street house for this, 1428 Elm to be precise, but it's filmed actually at 1428 Genesee Avenue in Hollywood, but standing in for Springwood, Ohio, which is so fucking silly.
So is this actual house just built and it's just there?
Yeah, it's a real house. They I remember seeing horror real estate. And they show the actual house,
it's not just a set.
No, it's not. No. Like the Elm Street house, the Myers house, the Amityville house. Those are all real places.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Sick, dude.
But it's just so goofy, fucking. In the first one, we mentioned all the fucking palm trees all over the place. Where the fuck are you gonna find a palm tree in Ohio? Get the fuck out of here!
I didn't even fucking notice until you did, and I'd seen the shit hundreds of times. It's just
and we got similar shit going on. It's clearly not fucking the Midwest. In this film, a high school student is dream-stalked by a crispy pedo trying to possess him in order to continue his reign of terror in the real world because he got the body and Freddy got the brain.
I feel like we should handle the very first question here that everybody, I would imagine, is already thinking. Why didn't Wes Craven direct Nightmare 2?
I am going to get into that a little bit in just a minute here. There's some background I want to get through on this. It was offered to him, but he turned it down for various reasons. So we'll get into that in a minute. Let's first go through the cast list. Speaking of Freddy Krueger, played by the always fantastic Robert Englund, Mark Patton is playing the character Jesse Walsh, our final boy in this movie. We've got Kim Myers as Lisa Weber, Robert Russler as Ron Grady, fucking Clu Gulager coming back in here as Jesse's dad, Ken Walsh. We already had him on the pod in Return of the Living Dead as Bert.
Right.
We've got his wife, Cheryl Walsh, played by Hope Lang. We've got fucking Coach Snyder here, played by Marshall Bell, one of the fucking highlights of this movie. We have Melinda O'Fee as Mrs. Weber and Tom McFadden as Mr. Weber. Those are Lisa's parents. We've got their friend from school, Carrie Hillman, played by Sydney Walsh. Oh yeah, Sidney Walsh. It was funny that one of the families, like the main family in here, their last name is Walsh, but then we have someone with their real last name is Walsh playing a different character. I'm like, yeah, that kind of fucked me up. We have Christy Clark as Jesse's little sister Angela, Lyman Ward as Mr. Grady, Ron's dad, and Donna Bruce as his wife, Mrs. Grady. And I also love we have a special appearance by Bob Shea as just the random fucking bartender with no lines.
Random bartender, my ass. Ain't random at all.
Cinematography handled in this movie by Jacques Haitkin, who did the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, you can. I think it's like the vibe in this movie, cinematography-wise and music-wise, like it has a very fucking similar atmosphere to the original.
Story's just shifted a bit, you know?
A little bit, yeah. I don't think they quite, grasp everything that the first one does. Not perfect anyway.
No, they just weren't. They were literally trying to take it in another direction, which is it's a big fucking. They realized right away after they did this movie that we need to fucking go back.
Yeah.
But that always fucking happens. I feel like
Right. Speaking of the score, music in this done by Christopher Young, who we've seen a bunch of throughout the horror world. He did music for Hellraiser, Exorcist 3, Urban Legend, Drag Me to Hell, Sinister for a newer installment. He's all over the place. The special effects in this movie are pretty fucking phenomenal.
Fuck yeah.
For what I would consider a lower budget studio production, those were handled by Kevin Yeager and Mark Shostrom. And one of our taglines here, the main one used for, marketing leading up to this is "The man of your dreams is back," which kind of ties into that subtext that we'll be talking about in a minute here. The man of your dreams, huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one used here and there, "You're all my children now," of course. That's maybe the most famous line from this movie. But I do want to get into a bit of background on this one. Gayest movie ever.
Disagree.
Oh, no, just kidding. But it wasn't always intended to be that way. Originally, Leslie Boehm pitched a story that was sort of a Rosemary's Baby homage, in which Freddy would have possessed the fetus in the womb of a teen's mother after they moved into the Elm Street house. But New Line passed on the idea because an executive at New Line, Sarah Risher, was pregnant at the time. Oh, fucking boo-hoo. Really? You're that sensitive about that you're like, no, we're not going to do this. I'm not going to curse my baby. But not all was lost with that, though, because that idea would eventually be recycled to be used in Part 5, The Dream Child. Yay. Yeah. But as for this one, Wes Craven was offered to direct, but he turned it down, having a lot of problems with the script, including but not limited to the possessed parakeet. He also didn't like the idea of Freddy merging with the main character, so he politely declined. Meanwhile, Jack Shoulder was offered this movie and initially thought to decline it as well since he had no interest in directing horror films. But when he realized this is part of the Freddy universe, it's getting huge, it's a New Line Cinema production and all that, he realized maybe this can put me on the map, so he accepted. How'd that work out for you, buddy?
Shit, dude. He had 6 weeks to prep for the film, too. It was a bigger thing.
Yeah.
Wes bailed right at the last minute, which I don't know. I don't fucking blame him. He didn't like the script and he didn't fucking write it, so it was kind of a New Line.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you hear this so much, Oh, well, I didn't know what I had, so I sold it. The first movie got made. Well, I don't own it anymore. I don't control.
It was kind of just like with Scream. He wasn't sure whether or not he was going to do anything past that first one, and then he decided maybe because he learned from experiences like this, no, I need to keep with it and fucking, Other interesting factoids are that Robert Englund almost wasn't in the film, and Brad Pitt almost was.
I didn't hear anything about fucking Brad Pitt, dude.
Well, I guess at the end of it all, he was deemed too nice, and Patton got the role, which fucking bullshit. We've seen him do plenty.
Brad
he's
Pitt
got
instead of fucking...
Quite a range, instead of Jesse, yeah.
Oh, get the fuck out of here, man.
Well, you're saying that now, knowing who Brad Pitt is these days, and all the roles that he's played, fucking Fight Club, Troy, fucking Inglourious Basterds, he's all over the place doing all kinds of different characters.
Right.
But this is baby Brad Pitt, dude. This is just like fucking Johnny Depp was in the first one.
Right.
It would have made perfect fucking sense if Brad Pitt was in the second.
Oh, can you imagine the timeline shift?
Yeah, right? Yeah, maybe we fucking wouldn't be at war right now. Maybe things would actually be nice. I don't know. Who knows what the fucking butterfly effect, ties into. But
right.
As for Englund, the studio had originally planned to just hire an unnamed extra for the part of Freddy and put him in a rubber mask a la Jason or Michael. But they decided that would be a mistake. Englund's physical acting and the personality of Freddy were just too big to miss out on.
Yeah, the stuntman lasted 2 weeks before they brought Robert Englund in.
Yeah. And then there's the homoerotic elements of this movie. Now, there have been claims that this was not intentional, but people often cite things like Jesse running into the coach at the gay bar, the fact that he runs to his male bestie after attempting to kiss Lisa at the pool party, and of course, there's the shower scene, which we'll get into later, complete with a bare ass spanking.
Yeah. Yep.
All of which suggesting that Jesse is a repressed homosexual in a time where being gay was less okay. I mean, there was just a big to-do about Robin and Will coming out as gay in Stranger Things. Had that show been set in the now times, it wouldn't be as big a deal, but being mid-'80s, it was less socially acceptable and more of a stigma.
Yeah, I think he's well known as an openly gay actor now, but at the time definitely was not.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I don't see what dude, Hellraiser. Look at Hellraiser franchise.
Yeah.
Look at all that BDSM stuff.
Yeah. It wasn't about the BDSM. It was about just being gay. There was a lot of homophobia, especially in the 80s,
Right, but it all ties in, like the bar that they're at is all BDSM stuff. So it's like, I don't know. Like you said, the times were different. So I guess everything was looked at a little differently.
Oh, yeah, for sure. There's also the interesting tidbit that he's a male cast in a role that's traditionally female, so much so that it's referred to as being the final girl.
Mm-hmm.
But all that being said, writer David Chaskin claimed originally that there's nothing logical that can explain the level of homoeroticism in this movie, referring to a 2009 list from Cracked.com, which has this movie at the top of the 5 most unintentionally gay horror movies. But I don't see how it's unintentional when you're literally writing scenes at a gay bar. There's also mentions that Jesse is a gender-neutral name, the fact that he's rarely clothed, and Mark Patton, who was himself gay but closeted, felt betrayed by the studio, suggesting that these things weren't clear in the script, but the further production progressed, it became increasingly undeniable, leading to him being typecast as gay and losing him other roles because of it. And he was pretty pissed about it, saying Chaskin sabotaged him, although Chaskin claimed it wasn't intended. He's like, it was all in how you played the role. You just played it too gay, dude. Come on, dude. No homo. But what's more messed up is that in 2010, as part of the Never Sleep Again documentary, Chaskin finally admitted that yes, it was all intentional. As homophobia was skyrocketing at the time, he felt that adding the edge of that would ramp up the horror. Cool, real nice, dude. All said and done, fucking Patton actually abandoned his acting career, opting for work in interior design instead, but in 2019, he did produce and star in a documentary titled Scream Queen, My Nightmare on Elm Street, all about the legacy of this movie and the various ways it affected him.
So wait, he bailed out of acting and did
to go to interior design. Stop it.
It's just ironic.
The gayest career ever, right?
Which also brings me to another question, too. No Heather? Like fucking Heather Langenkamp was...
Yeah, I didn't really see any, obviously the presence of Nancy is all over this movie, but obviously Heather Langenkamp's nowhere to be found.
She wasn't asked back for this one, and it really came down to, what I was saying is they were trying to take this movie another direction, and I literally found, quote, trying to break away from all that dream nonsense.
That was what made the movie interesting in the first fucking place, dude.
That's what they were trying to shift away from, and that's why we have I noted real world powers, man. Like in the pool party scene, Freddy's influences on the real world.
Yeah, he's a scary motherfucker. He actually does. He succeeds in possessing Jesse, but then he fucking pops out of him, using that as a surrogate fucking vessel to enter the world. But now,
there's multiple times where he's real life Freddy here.
He's real life Freddy, and he's doing real life fucking crazy magic shit.
Nobody's fucking dreaming. Yeah, the boiling pool water, the hot dogs that were set on fire popping.
Yeah.
The fucking TVs and shit were
the fact that he walks through a fucking fire portal and teleports out of there through the fence.
That's what they were trying to do. That's what the fucking aim was well, we need to get away from the dreamy stuff because this isn't enough and bring him and make him real life. And that was what they were trying to do. But as we see, most people don't like this fucking movie.
Here's the thing. You can do both. They literally did both in starting with the first movie. She pulls him out of her dream.
Right.
Now he's in the real world. They do the same thing in Freddy vs. Jason. I think there are multiple instances throughout this franchise that happens. Why, in a franchise that's so creative and fun and different, do you want to reduce Freddy to the same thing as a Michael, as a Jason, as a fucking, obviously there's still supernatural elements about it, but they don't have the fucking the crazy magic power. Like, every kill in this franchise is so much more creative because you're not bound by the rules of the real world in that. You know, I think that's interesting. That's why Freddy's one of the most fun villains.
They didn't know what they had yet, you know?
Yeah. Well, they fucking ramp it up pretty soon. Like you said, they end up going kind of back to formula with part 3 and onward. It tapers off after that. Part 3 is rivals, you know, the top spot along with the first one, I feel like.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I don't know why anyone would have the idea, well, let's fucking make this real life. Again, that's something I've talked about forever, is like, I don't know why you want your movies to follow the same rules as your everyday life. How fucking boring is that? But let's get into this fucking thing. We open with a spooky score kicking in as a school bus rounds the corner, kind of recklessly, on a sunny residential street. And we get a fucking double title card here, which is pretty cool. Scratch marks turn into a Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. And then a shiny metallic PowerPoint piece of clip art pops up with Freddy's Revenge.
I totally get the impression here that this is supposed to be like white picket fences, perfect suburban America. You know?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the ending of the first one, where everything's all picture perfect on the way out before she gets sucked into the fucking window or
the
whatever.
Camera lens is all glossy. And
right, like it's almost there's a yellow tint on it because it's sunny and everything's fucking nice.
Everything's nice and warm. Yeah.
I actually rewound this first part a few times thinking, where's the fucking girls jump roping? Like, you can tell immediately. I'm like, man, this is too perfect.
Oh,
Like,
they'll come. Don't worry.
You know.
Well, this bus pulls off to the side of the road while our opening credits roll, and it lets off some kids. And here's a fucking cameo by the People version of Robert Englund. I didn't know Freddy daylights as a bus driver. That's pretty sick.
This is like one of the only spots you ever really see him too.
Yeah, he gives a little salute there, and the bus gets rolling again. And the kids are just kind of hanging out. You know how bus rides go. Toward the back of the bus, our final boy Jesse is just scanning around, looking like almost pre-emo for some reason in this scene.
That's what I said.
He doesn't look like this in any of the rest of the movie.
I was like, is he supposed to look tired? Because I can see your guy liner. You know?
Yeah,
like
he looks like fucking Billy Joe from Green Day.
Fucking part of the Cure? What's happening here?
The last couple of students on the bus with him after most of it empties out are a couple of girls who look to be kind of staring at him, judging, poking fun, laughing at him a bit. So he tries to open a window to escape, but he can't get it to work.
I think he needs a breather, man. He's like, they're kind of flirting, making fun of him, but
I don't know about flirting, because they literally look behind and the one says, oh yeah, he's yours. And she's like, no, fuck that. You can have him.
I would have waved it at her.
Well, that's how you get expelled. That's when the bus hauls ass past a stop and a lady yells at the driver like, yo, bro, you almost ran my kid over. One of the girls in the bus was getting ready to get up because that was her stop. And she starts to yell at him. That's when he decides to go off-road and drives this fucking bus right into a field. And the few kids inside are starting to freak the fuck out. I love this sequence.
Dude, the bus goes off-road, and it's like, holy shit, what a fucking bumpy ride. Like, this thing looks like it's going to get air, but it's funny because I'm watching, and if you watch in the back of the windows, you can see that there's people in the bus.
Right.
And they're flying the fuck around, right? But then it cuts and it flashes back to the two girls and Jesse, and it's like calm. They're just like, hey, slow down.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the actual shot is like fucking Jackass when Steve-O's getting that tattoo in the back of the Jeep.
I'm Steve-O, and this is Off-Road Tattoo.
We flash back up to the front to see that we're in Dreamland now. The driver is now straight up Freddy, fucking Christmas sweater, knife glove, the works. He's shifting gears like a madman, and suddenly we're driving through a fucking desert storm. No, not the military operation. Literally a lightning storm in the desert, which, again, Ohio? Okay. We get a few shots around the interior and exterior of the bus, and we see that it's kind of an older style for one thing, and for another, it's like kind of broken down. Like the grill's all fucked up, the instrument panel and the engine are smoking. And that's when Jesse starts to get worried. The bus jumps this big hill and comes to a stop. Jesse starts to bang on the window to get out, but that's when the ground all around the bus starts to fall away, just opening up these huge chasms, so much so that the bus begins to teeter on the edge, threatening to fall off. And then when we cut back in outside, it's this weird hellscape. The bus is perched precariously on these two tall spires of rock, and there's nowhere for the kids inside to go. Even if they do get out of it, they're just going to fall to their death. There's a deep red glow emanating from under the bus, and Jesse starts to cry, all panicked. That's when Freddy stands up from the driver's seat and starts to stalk back toward the kids, and they all cower toward the back. But as they do, their weight starts putting too much pressure on the back of the bus, and it starts to slip, so they have no choice but to continue moving toward Freddy. as he scrapes his knives across bus seats and the metal ceiling, raises a hand to swipe at them. But that's when we cut away back to life, back to reality. And when we cut to the real world, Mama Walsh is cutting some tomatoes for breakfast.
Jesse's mom has got it going on. Her name is Cheryl.
And her fingernails are long. No, that's Freddy. Anyway, there's some pretty nice imagery here to suggest bloodletting there. Like we cut to the juice flowing out of the red tomato coming out of the dream. It's rare to see slashes, right? That's when we hear in the distance, Jesse lets out this very feminine, blood-curdling scream.
Ooh!
And I love his dad, Clu Gulager, here. He's sitting at the table and lowers his newspaper, but his face doesn't really react. Like, yep, just another fucking Wednesday morning.
Yeah, fucking Jesse. He's just having a bad dream, dude.
Yeah, well, his little sister's sitting at the table. She's eating her fucking Fu Manchu cereal, and she asks her mom, hey, why can't Jesse just wake up like everybody else? She's like, he's fine. He's just having a bad dream. And that's when we cut upstairs to Jesse sitting up in bed, shirtless, drenched in sweat. His alarm clock goes off, which, good timing, Dick. You couldn't have done that any earlier. We get a look around his room and see shit all over the place, but it's not because he's a slob. Turns out they just moved, and we even see a U-Haul box or two chilling. Must not have had much of a chance to unpack yet. But he gets up and adjusts himself in his tighty whities, tripping over a box. We cut back down to the kitchen where Mama's making Mr. Walsh some eggs, which the overhead shot of the pan reminded me of the Johnny Depp This Is Your Brain on Drugs ad from around this time. I wonder if that was intentional. Did that ad come out pre or post this movie?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
But Jesse comes down with a couple of boxes, and his dad reacts, oh, hey, cool, 2 more. Hey, guess what, bitch? I want you unpacked by tonight.
Yeah, dude, he's pretty stern.
Yeah.
We get a fucking feeling of how dad's going to be this whole fucking movie, man.
Yeah. Jesse's like, okay, I promise, but dad ain't having it. He's like, I don't want any more promises, goddammit. I want a clean room. And his mom asks if he wants some eggs, but no, he's not hungry. And he says he's having trouble sleeping with how damn hot it is upstairs. Definitely too damn hot for a penguin to be walking around here. But she turns to dad and says she wants him to call somebody about the air conditioning. And in classic dad form, he says, there's nothing wrong with it. It just needs a shot of Freon.
Yeah, oh fucking boy. Here we go.
Meanwhile, Jesse's little sister finds the Fu Man fingers inside her cereal box. And man, I kind of miss the days of the toys in the cereal box. Genius marketing.
Man, it's been so fucking long. I don't remember the last time I seen one of those.
Yeah, it's been fucking decades at this point, I think. But Jesse looks over at his dad and says, oh no, you're not trying to fix stuff again, are you? Apparently dad ain't too handy. Which dad calls him a smartass about, and Jesse kind of smiles at it. But that's when he looks over at little Angela, and now she's got the Fu Man fingers on her hands. And what do you know? Something looks awfully familiar about this handful of long, pointy nails, huh?
No, yeah. Little flashback from his wet dream.
Talk about a wet dream. Jesse gives it a look like, oh shit, he found me. And that's when the doorbell rings, prompting Jesse to stand up and head for the door. Apparently it's Lisa. And it sure is, looking like a young redheaded Meryl Streep. And that's why she was cast, as a matter of fact.
Right. Yeah, right away I'm like, man, he opens this door. I'm like, this red fucking door looks a bit familiar, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the approach to it, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you tell right away. Yeah. Like, I will always, who the fuck has, first of all, who has a red fucking door?
A lot of people. I think doors are often red.
I can't think of one.
This one is.
Is it really?
Yeah. On the front.
Oh, on the front part?
Yeah. Many doors are red. I think that's like kind of a thing.
Really?
Yeah. It's, I mean, obviously not universal by any means, but
doors white or wooden? I don't know.
No, red door's pretty common, I think.
Huh.
But I like dad at the table, he's like, hey, who the fuck is Lisa? And mom's like, don't worry about it, dear. We cut out to Jesse's shitty old car. He fires it up with the flick of a switch and a push of a button, and Lisa's like, what's the deal? Where's the key? Aren't you afraid someone's going to steal this? He's like, this piece of shit? Good one.
The deadly dinosaur.
Yeah. It is kind of a cool car. It's like a nice blue convertible. I mean, it's fucked up, but it's a convertible.
I can't tell what it is. I feel like I know cars pretty good, but I just don't recognize this one. Maybe a little too old for me.
Well, again, it's amazing how many topless cars there are in this franchise set in Ohio, but alas. He drives off, and in the parking lot at school, a couple of dudes are sharing a joint a couple cars down from his while a baseball game's going on during gym class. Here's where we meet Grady. He steps up to the plate calling his shot. He's like, you ready, girls? And that's when we cut to the girls standing off to the side, and someone named Carrie asks Lisa, hey, you getting any yet? She's like, dude, shut up. He's just my ride to school, all right? Besides, I'm pretty sure he's gay. Meanwhile, Jesse's so busy staring at Lisa that he gets clocked right in the head with the ball when Grady cranks one in his direction. He just fucking Scott Smalls it. Cranks one?
He cranked one right in his direction.
Hey, it's appropriate for this movie.
Hey, close your mouth. I feel like we get some really like 80s coaching here, like showing age.
Yeah.
Because Coach Snyder comes up, everybody's asking if he's all right. When he gets up there, pay attention.
Yeah, he's
what do you fucking do? Quit fucking around.
Yeah, exactly. Grady leans down and fucking pokes fun at him a little bit. He's like, that was a real heads-up play. And everybody goes back to take their positions. And when the ball is hit this time, Grady gets caught between Jesse and another classmate on first and second base. They're throwing the ball back and forth, trying to run him down. And Jesse finally tags him out, and he delivers that heads-up play line back at him. So Grady pulls his fucking pants down, exposing his jockstrap and his butt cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
And Lisa looks over like, oh my God, this is not happening. And Carrie glances like, wow, nice ass. That's when Grady runs over to tackle Jesse back to the ground after he stands up. Hey man, wrong sport.
Yeah, dude, now they're kind of wrestling around, fighting, I guess.
Yeah, just rolling around in the dirt. Jesse's ass is out the whole time. Fucking Schneider comes over and yanks Ron off of Jesse, fucking pushes them both away, and then yells, assume the position.
The fuck does that mean?
Well, you know what the fuck it means. What position might that be, pray tell? Oh, it's just push-ups.
What do you call what they're doing here? They're just in...
It's somewhere between push-up-ing and planking.
I was going to say, they're just like, you need to be in push-up form, but not move.
Yeah.
Which I can see definitely what they're getting at. Like, all right, I have first couple minutes, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a
the
sudden...
The longer you do it, the more it sucks.
Yeah, all of a sudden, oh, man.
My arms are burning. My core's on fire.
I love this, too. So they're out here in the field. They're both fucking having trouble holding themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach is watching from the inside of the school,
from his
through
office.
the window, with a fucking cigarette.
No, he takes a hit off a joint, dude. He fucking hits it.
He was
like
smoking
this.
a joint?
Yeah, dude. He fucking takes a hit off a joint. He's staring at the window at him, fucking planking. We cut back to them, and Jesse's like, how long do you think he'll have us out here? And Ron's like, could be all night. Guy gets his rocks off like this. He hangs out at those queer S&M joints downtown. He likes pretty boys like you.
Yeah, dude, what? Guess that's just kind of floating around school, huh?
Mm-hmm, yeah, I guess so. Lisa walks by staring, and Ron asks, hey, what's up with you and that rich girl you drive to school? Are you mounting her nightly or what?
Yeah, nice.
Interesting way to put it.
Which I kind of laughed here because it's almost like he's finally fed up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a problem with me, Grady? And I'm kind of like, it sounds like he's just shooting the shit with you at this point.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like he was ragging on you. He's asking if you were banging this hot chick. So I was kind of like, being fucking sensitive, dude. We talked about, like, if anything, you guys are, like, becoming friends now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they do,
Right.
And that's when Schneider walks by and releases them from their torment, tells them to hit the shower. We cut to the locker room where they're finishing up getting dressed, and Ron asks Jesse if he lives around there, and he confirms, yeah, my parents just bought a house on Elm Street. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, the white place with the bars on the windows, huh?
Right. Here's where Ron tells Jesse about the shit that went down in that house. He says some chick was locked in there by her mom. She went crazy. She watched her boyfriend get butchered across the street by some maniac, but Jesse doesn't believe him. He's like, whatever, you're full of shit, and he walks off. We cut to a nice exterior shot of the house. Yep, that's the fucking Elm Street house, all right.
I was going to say, we get this reoccurring shot every time Jesse has one of his fucking nightmares. And at first, I was kind of like, man, why you keep showing this shot? And then I'm kind of like, no, this is almost like, this is the cue.
Setting up.
Yeah, this is the cue of,
right.
We know Jesse's asleep now.
Yeah, this is good. I'm actually surprised that, like, Jack Shoulder, like, from this movie, like, this is a well-made movie. Like, it looks good.
Dude, fucking the whole movie's great.
There are good creative shots in it. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's interesting, and I've never seen any of his other works. Maybe the rest of it's dog shit. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. This is a well-made movie. So it looks at first like Jesse's just having trouble sleeping, which in this franchise is actually a good thing, but he walks downstairs to open the fridge door a little too hard because when he does, he drops the fucking orange juice out of the door and it smashes all over. And he goes to grab a paper towel to clean it up, and he spots somebody out the window in a fucking Christmas sweater peeping in his fucking kitchen window, but he ducks into the bushes when he sees him. And that's where I noticed, why this dude got scrubs to sleep in? I'm sure it's probably super comfy, but kind of strange. How'd he get fucking scrubs?
I don't think I even noticed.
Yeah. He runs outside to scope the situation out, and he walks through that same familiar lattice that Tina walks through in her dream sequence in the original.
Yeah, I
Which is a
noticed
pretty
that.
nice callback.
Yeah.
But as he walks through, suddenly there's a fire in the basement, and he sees through the window. Like, he takes a closer look, and we see Freddy down there pulling a fucking, an arm out of the furnace or some shit? Just reaching in there barehanded?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Something with his glove, I think.
It might have been the glove, yeah. It looked too long, and like the shape was kind of bent in the middle. I was like, is that somebody's fucking arm, dude? Jesse just calmly walks back into the house like, that's weird. Well, oh well.
Oh, he like goes back in because he's going to go and, is he in the basement? You know, he was just outside. He's spotted him now, but...
He sees a dude in his basement fucking around in the fire, reaching in there with his bare hands, and like the gate that he uses as he walks back into the house is just like, I should probably go look at that, I guess.
He like tries to sneak up on him though, you know, because it seems like the plan here is, what the fuck, he's inside, and now he's like,
maybe. But
he's
speaking
like,
of fucking
no.
Mission Impossible, I would have like, crouched down and I'm like tiptoeing back into the house. You know what I mean?
Nonchalant, yeah.
He's super nonchalant about it, yeah. But down to the basement he goes, or he starts to anyway. Because as soon as he opens the door, he sees shadows creeping around down there, and he closes it again. But just then, something tries to pull it back open from the other side. And he starts to call out to his dad as he struggles against it, eventually giving up and running. Somehow, he runs right into Freddy, who is in front of him now. And he goes, "Daddy can't help you now." And he holds up a finger to his lips and shushes him. He runs it across his forehead to brush some hair out of his eyes. He's like, "I need you, Jesse. We got special work to do here, you and me." And that's a pretty sick close-up right here with, it's only his crazy eyes illuminated. He's got these contacts in.
Yeah.
And his eyes are bigger, and they're kind of somewhere between a brown and a red.
Yeah, dude, they're really crazy, like some kind of fucking, I don't even know. You described it pretty well. They look kind of like demonic a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They actually, I feel like other than here, they don't play with Freddy's eyes too much until, like, Freddy versus Jason, and then we have those crazy contacts, too.
Yeah, those are wild.
So it's almost like this is where they're trying to... This Freddy's different than Freddy from part one, you know? And actually different from Freddy from the rest of the series, too.
I think an improvement from the first, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Freddy pushes him back against the wall and gives him one of the most famous lines from this movie. He says, "You've got the body." And he takes off his hat and starts to peel his fucking scalp back, telling him, "And I've got the brain." And of course, Jesse lets out another girly scream.
Scream Queen, yes.
Pretty sick effect on the pulsing exposed brain here. Not bad at all.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking sick.
But that's when, once again, Jesse wakes up sweating in bed, screaming.
Fucking soaking wet.
Mm-hmm. He leaking, soaking wet. His parents come running into the room to check on him, and his mom's like, "Do you think we should call a doctor?" And Jesse's like, "No, I'm fine. It was just a bad dream." But I thought it was nice here to see he's got a couple of loving parents. Like, his dad might be a bit of a hard ass from time to time, but they clearly care about him. They run to his bedside, and they're both kind of like, grabbing his leg and like checking on him, whatever. I'm sure he could probably come out to them, no problem. Everything would be fine.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't know. Fucking mid-'80s, man. You know, he's going to tell his dad that he's gay, and then all of a sudden his family doesn't love him. So,
yeah.
Shit.
Cut to him on the street, huddled in a blanket, shaking a cup.
Shit's just fucking different, you know?
Right. We cut to Jesse's biology class the next day with the teacher talking about the science behind shitting, which is a great move.
Yeah, nice.
The kids are being immature about it, of course, making fart sounds, and the teacher gives him a look like, fucking grow up, and he moves on to talking about how peeing works. We see Jesse in class falling asleep. He hasn't been getting much rest lately. The teacher then mentions the center of the circulatory system is, of course, the heart, and he literally pulls out like a real fucking cow heart or something from his desk and plops it on top.
Cool.
Grady looks over at Jesse falling asleep as the teacher continues talking about hearts and the science behind him, but Jesse's already gone. We see a snake start to slither around his body out of nowhere, and we think it must be a dream snake, right? Wasn't that the title of part 6, Dream Snake? Anyway, here's the thing. The teacher walks up and grabs the snake off of him like it's a real-ass snake. So my question is, was the snake already in class and found its way to him somehow, or was it like Nancy pulling Freddy's hat out of her dream in the original? Did he pull the snake out of his dream? We do get the answer in a second, but I was like, man, what the fuck is going on? Like, why? Where'd the snake come from?
I feel like I caught what was happening right away, but yeah, they're kind of playing with the scene and the camera.
How did the snake fucking get out?
Somebody put it on him. That was the whole thing.
How'd the teacher not notice?
Class of 40 kids. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, the teacher walks up and tells him, hey, if you want to play with animals, Mr. Walsh, join the circus. And that's where he goes to put the snake back in his cage.
Right.
But
Yeah, I was gonna say, Is this more of that underlying tone with hers Jesse and hers this big fat fucking snake around his neck?
Yeah, big long cylindrical fucking.
It's a big ass snake, dude. You know, so fucking maybe, but he flips off Grady, and you can tell that they were fucking with him.
Oh yeah, he starts laughing at him. They kind of give each other some shit.
Right.
We cut to Lisa swimming in her pool at home, and her mom walks out into their fucking nice ass house to tell her, "Oh, hey, there's a Jesse on the phone for you."
Yeah, fucking nice pool, dude. Holy shit.
Hell yeah, dude. She gets out to take the call and whips out a cordless. That was pretty fancy shit for 85, right?
Fuck yeah. Fucking rich.
Yeah. Back at his house, Jesse comes downstairs to go hang out with her, and Dad is sitting on the couch. No dice, bro. I told you to get that fucking room unpacked. Get those buns back upstairs right now, mister.
Those buns.
And Jesse stomps back up the stairs defiantly. Dad takes a drink and fucking fans himself with a book. Must be pretty fucking hot in this house. Which is, it keeps on like ramping up how hot this house is.
Fix the fucking AC, you cheap ass.
Exactly, dude, yeah. Back in his room, Jesse puts on some music and has himself a nice little unpacking and dancing session. Puts on some fucking sunglasses and a hat and literally just starts dumping boxes into drawers. He's like, "How do you like that, Dad?"
Yeah, dude, tough guy.
All right, motherfucker, well, if it was that easy, why didn't you just do that in the first place and have the shit done so you could go hang out with Lisa? I do like this sequence, though. He's dancing around and literally butt bumps the drawer back closed, and he, like, jumps up on the bed, holding this very phallic... I thought it was like a little, one of those tiny baseball bats at first.
It's like a cork gun.
Yeah, he like, gyrates around to some lyrics. The lyrics, by the way, are "Hold me, touch me" all night long. I mean, I see it.
Mm-hmm. Do you not put your laundry away like this, too, or... never mind.
You don't need to know that.
Never mind.
That's my business. But yeah, that's where I noticed the thing he's holding is like a little pop gun thing. And he starts holding it in front of his junk as if it's his dick. And he pops it out, simulating, well, you know.
Yeah, coming.
You know. Oh, God, I wasn't just going to say it like that. God. This is a family show.
He insinuates he's shooting a load with this fucking gun as his mom and Lisa walk in.
Yeah, dude. She fucking opens the door, which has a fucking Kate Bush poster on the back, by the way. Another little hint. And calls out to him to let him know he's got company. Lisa walks in right behind her and sees fucking Jesse acting a fool. He jumps down all embarrassed and gives a sheepish smile. And that's when Mom says, "I'm just going to leave the two of you alone," and walks away. I don't think she could handle the dick thrust pop move.
I was just queen of my womb.
I told you not to bother me. But Mom, what are you doing leaving these two horny teens alone in his bedroom? That's a bad move.
See, and I kind of thought it was funny because shouldn't Mom and Dad's like views here be flopped in a normal situation? Like Dad's kind of like, "Where's he going with that girl?" And Mom's like, "Oh, it's cool." Wouldn't it be like Dad being like, "Hell yeah, son"?
I guess it just depends on the set of parents, because I can totally see it. Both sets of parents are kind of like that. Like the dad's like, "Hey, no fucking around," and then the mom's like, "Oh, come on, honey, they're just kids." Like both his parents and her parents.
Yeah, I'm really surprised it's not the dad like, "Hell yeah, son, go ahead and tell your mom."
Gives him a little fist bump.
Yeah, something like that versus, and the mom being like, "Oh, don't be out doing," you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like it would be the
You don't
opposite.
understand the dangers because women are more practical. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's just weird to me.
Well, Lisa mentions that she straight up lied to his mom, telling him that she told her Jesse invited her. She's like, "Well, I guess I should have called." Yeah, maybe you should have. But he's like, "Nah, you're good. I was just cleaning my room." And she offers to help him and pulls a can out of a box. She's like, "Where's this go?" And it's a fucking can of Jock Itch spray. Fuck.
Yeah, well, that didn't take long.
Yeah. She goes to put a sweater in the closet right on top of a game called Probe, by the way. You can't make this shit up.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
And that's when she finds something interesting. Tucked into a little side compartment, she pulls out a little pink diary, and when they open it up, they find out it's not just any diary, it's fucking Nancy's diary. Dun, dun, dun.
Could have been Jesse's. Jesse, is this your little red book? Don't touch that.
But they discover that the book is at least 5 years old, and Lisa starts to read it. And here's a little passage. "Sometimes when I'm lying here in bed, I can see Glenn in his window across the way getting ready for bed. His body is slim and smooth, and I know I shouldn't watch him, but the part of me that wants him forces me to. That's when I weaken. That's when I want to go to him."
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Meanwhile, Jason wishes he had Jesse's girl. But he grabs the book from her and starts to read a different one, which is dated March 15th. And it says, he comes to me at night, horrible, ugly, dirty, under the sheets with me, tearing at my nightgown with his steel claws. That's when Jesse trails off. Something a little familiar about that.
Yeah.
It says, his name is Fred. He keeps trying to take me to the boiler room. He wants to kill me. And he stops and hands the book to Lisa and fucking says, apparently Tina is dead. And we see Jesse reacting. He looks really shaken up now. And he goes, yeah, Grady told me something about the girl that used to live here. How she went crazy when she saw her boyfriend get murdered across the street. That's when we cut to later that night when Jesse wakes up all sweaty again, or allegedly wakes up anyway.
Cool shot of the front of the house first. Again, they said, dude, I love that. It's fucking brilliant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he reaches up to turn on his lamp and sees that the baseball helmet on top of it is fucking melting.
Yeah, dude. The fucking the baseball helmet, the fucking huge candle.
Yeah, on the table.
A fucking record.
On his dresser just starts to melt. Yeah, I mean, records are made of fucking wax. I mean,
yeah, it's just crazy. You know?
He gets up to see what the hell's going on, and when he walks downstairs, all the way downstairs to the basement, by the way, he opens up the furnace door and pulls out, what's this? The glove.
Yeah, Freddy's glove, which is this. It's funny. This is where they kept it in the first one too.
Yeah, that's where would you keep a fucking knife glove if not in the furnace? Come on. That's where they go. Everybody knows that.
I'm pretty positive my furnace doesn't have a fucking door like that where you can just reach it.
Yeah, not these days. It's a fucking, I don't know. Like it's the Home Alone furnace.
That's what I was gonna say too. It's what it reminds of, the scary furnace in the basement of Home Alone.
Yeah. As he checks out this glove, the fire suddenly starts to roar to life, and Freddy starts laughing from a nearby corner. He goes, "Go ahead, Jesse. Try it on for size." But Jesse wants no part of it. He throws it down. Freddy leans toward him, putting his hand on that hot metal with his skin sizzling when he does.
Fucking ow, dude.
And not for Freddy. He doesn't have any nerve endings anymore. He goes, "Kill for me." And Jesse turns to run, but trips immediately, and that wakes him up. Although, he does wake up in the basement, and he looks back at the furnace, and it's still smoking. And he looks at the ground, and there's the fucking glove, real as you or me.
Right.
We cut back to the school the next day, and he's telling Lisa about that experience. She goes, "Maybe you were just having a premonition or something, like the guys who help police solve crimes and find missing people. You ever had anything like this happen before?" He's like, "No." She asks to borrow the diary to investigate, and he hands it over. That's when Carrie walks up to tell Lisa that she got her invitation to her pool party. She asks if any cute guys are going to be there, and Lisa's like, "Yeah, all of them."
Yeah, damn.
But we got a little business to talk about here. Is your dad going to be the fucking DJ again?
Right, no shit.
She says, "No, my mom's going to try to keep him upstairs this time." She tells Jesse, "The last party I had, my dad insisted on playing Benny Goodman records all night. Just fucking like calm big band stuff."
I was going to say, I don't even
for
know
a teenage party.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's just like swing big band music from the fucking like, I don't know if it's as old as like 20s, but maybe 30s, 40s, something like that. Old as fuck. Like that, like it's just like it's like a fucking orchestra music essentially.
Strange.
Yeah. She tells him goodbye. She leans in to kiss him, and that's when we cut to Jesse and Grady running laps next to each other. Jesse's asking Grady, "Hey, do you remember your dreams?" Grady's like, "Only the wet ones."
They're all wet for Jesse.
That's when Schneider yells at him, "No talking."
Yeah, see, so what the fuck is that about? Are they in trouble still?
Again?
Or in trouble
still,
again?
I guess, yeah.
And I keep getting, like, feeling that, you guys on the football team? There's no indication you're on the football team. But I'll bring that up a little bit later,
Or
too.
does Schneider just like watching him sweat? We cut to the locker room where Jesse starts talking shit about Schneider, having called Grady out on the last play of the baseball game, but that's when Schneider walks up right behind him, listening in. And Grady's like, "Yeah, he's got to stick up his ass today." Jesse says Schneider's always got to stick up his ass, and that's when he fucking pipes in, "Hello, dirtballs."
Yeah, dude, come on. You don't think he's fucking lurching around somewhere? You're in his fucking locker room.
Yeah, exactly. Why not wait to talk about him when you're not in his domain?
Right, like, yeah, he could be anywhere. Come on.
He's like the wind. He's like Freddy.
Yeah.
We cut back to them doing their fucking whatever it is, push-up or planking, whatever. Little of both. But we cut away to a nice shot of the moon, and that's when we go into the Walsh's living room where the parakeets are hanging out. Mama throws a cover over the cage for the night and mentions how hot it is in the house.
I didn't think about this till right now because Dad's about to read the thermostat and it says it's 97.
Uh-huh.
You sure you should be putting a cover over the fucking bird cage if it's 97 degrees in there, dude?
Well, I don't know. How much are they really affected? Like, birds enjoy... I mean, they migrate south for the winter. They fucking, a lot of birds live in tropical climates. It probably does very much depend on the bird. Because also you got like penguins who live in the Arctic,
right?
There's all kinds of shit. I'm not sure what the case is with parakeets.
I'm just thinking of there's no airflow. Oh, time to go to fucking...
Yeah, they're just suffocating. You open the fucking cover in the morning and they're just both laying on the fucking bottom of the cage, in a pile of their own shit on the newspaper.
Fucking poor birds, man.
Jesse walks in and mentions how hot it is in the room too, which it's interesting that, is it really that hot outside or is there maybe something weird going on? Fucking a kid diddling burned up murderer running the furnace around the clock, turning this place into a sauna, perhaps?
It's fucking 97. I ain't even going to sit in the house, dude. It should never be 97 degrees in your house. Ever.
No.
Like, your fucking food's getting ruined, man.
Yeah, I don't want it to be 87. I barely want it to be 77. Right. But that's when Jesse's sister shushes him, telling him, hey, the birds are sleeping. That's when Dad mentions, Cheryl, it's 97 degrees in here. Like, looking kind of incredulously at the thermostat, like, is this thing broken or what?
Yeah.
No, you cheap ass, call the damn repairman. They all notice the birdcage starting to shake right here. Like, it's like there's a fucking earthquake happening. So Jesse rips off the cover, and one of the birds falls down dead, just a bloody mess. The other bites him when he's trying to open the cage door, and he starts flying around like a wild thing, like just dive bombing people around the room. He cuts a scratch into Dad's face.
Why'd he even open the fucking cage door?
That's a good question.
I wouldn't have let that fucking thing out. It seemed like some crazy shit was going on. I just leave it alone.
Right.
But anyway.
Maybe the bird went crazy and killed the other one. That's why it fell down dead immediately. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what if he's got some kind of bird flu situation that's making him crazy? You don't want that thing flying around your fucking house.
I'm just comparing it to like, all right, here's a rabid dog in a cage. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, it seems kind of mean. Let's fucking let it out.
Pick him up.
Right.
He goes to grab a broom to swat the damn thing. Dad does, that is. But he doesn't have to because this bird just fucking spontaneously combusts midair and falls to the ground dead. Fucking feathers ran into the ground. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. It's pretty crazy. And then, I mean, obviously, Dad thinks there's an explanation for this, so he's looking around, and we start off with, maybe it's a leaky gas pipe.
Yeah.
Makes no fucking sense.
He starts pulling out the fucking oven to check it, but
right.
Jesse's like, no, Dad, that's not it. And he's like, don't tell me it's not the gas. Your mother said she smelled gas. But that's when Mom pipes in. Well, I mean, I thought I did, but I'm not sure. But Dad freaks out. I'm like, okay, so what is it then? Bird rabies? Fucking maybe.
Right. It's just everything essentially gets blown out of proportion here. And Dad kind of points a finger at Jesse. And then there's a huff and puff match.
Dude, it's so fucked up. He's like, there's got to be a rational explanation. Animals just don't explode into flames for no reason. But Jesse insists again, it's not a leaky gas pipe. That's when Dad stands up too fast and whacks his head on the hood of the oven. And then he turns to blame Jesse for the whole thing. He says, you set this up, didn't you? Yeah. You've always hated those birds ever since we took them to Disneyland instead of you.
Fucking what?
Can you imagine a tiny bird with a big ass set of Mickey Mouse ears? But I can't believe this, though. His dad tries to claim that Jesse must have used firecrackers or a cherry bomb to what? Shove up the bird's ass to make it explode? That's a little more than a harmless prank. That's a fucking one of the family pets, dude.
How did you light it when it was flying around?
Yeah, exactly. What? I just had a fucking a Dick Dastardly long ass fucking fuse leading somewhere off in the distance. What the fuck ever, Dad? You're an asshole.
He's just being a dick because none of it makes sense, and obviously you don't want to
lashing out because he can't find a rational explanation. Right. Yeah, sure.
Right, and he doesn't want to fucking say Jesse's right about anything either, so...
Right. It's another one of those situations. The parents can never admit they're fucking wrong because they got to be better than their child, But Jesse gets rightfully pissed off and tells his dad he can't talk to him like that and storms off. Dad tries to chase him down, but Mom stops him. That's when we cut to later that night when Jesse is, quote, waking up, ?
Yeah, dude, front shot of the house, the red door again.
Yep, he stands to walk downstairs, and as he enters the kitchen, now he looks cold. And we see a flash of lightning outside, but then it literally crashes through the window and strikes the fucking dish drainer.
Yeah, dude hits the dishes break.
Which for some reason prompts Jesse to walk out into the rainy night? ?
That's what I said. So lightning strikes the dishes. I don't know if he realizes this must be some kind of dream or something, but just decides to go for a beer at a gay bar in the rain with no shoes on.
Yeah, he finds himself walking downtown to a bar called Don's Place. More specifically, the Leather Daddy S&M bar called Don's Place. And I hope this is a dream sequence.
I mean, there's just so many questions here. Not that there's anything wrong with going here if that's what you want to do, but
there is if you're a fucking high school student.
I was going to say, how did this kid find this in this dark, scary fucking alleyway?
Don't worry about it. Jesse already knows about it.
Just
waiting for the day that he can go.
Like, I just, him walking down this alley, like the alley looks sketch because this type of thing wasn't so out in the open.
Because this is a big city in Ohio.
Right. Yeah, that too.
Well, he walks in all wet with his shirt hanging open, fitting right in his jammers. And that's when fucking leather-clad Bob Shea walks up as the bartender. And for any who don't know, he was the head of New Line at the time. And the brother of Lynn Shea, who we would know from more contemporary movies like the Insidious franchise. But she was also Nancy's teacher in that first movie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
So Jesse asks for a beer, and he starts to pour it when fucking Coach Snyder walks up and grabs his wrist out of nowhere. And he just kind of stares at him chewing gum.
Yeah. What you doing?
Are you fucking hitting on your student, man? Like,
yeah,
what's going on here?
I have some questions for you, Coach. Why in the fuck are you here? Shouldn't you be hiding from me?
I have questions for you. First of all, how dare you? We cut to Jesse running laps around the gym floor, and I'm still not really sure if we're in a dream sequence or not. Everything does look awfully hazy in here, but it seems as though the lap running was Jesse's punishment for A, drinking, 2, being in a gay bar, and C, blowing Schneider's cover and discovering him at a gay bar.
I was going to say, so I wanted to bring this up. He has to be on the fucking football team, right?
No, he can't. His family just moved to town.
I don't understand how this coach can fucking punish him like this if he's not.
Yeah, that's weird.
Now, personally, me, when I was in high school, I wasn't on any fucking sports team.
Mm-hmm.
And if any of the teachers would have saw me out and thought that they could tell me what the fuck to do while I'm not in school, it wouldn't even, you're not my teacher here. I'm not on your fucking time. So you now are nobody. So
right.
I always felt like something like this would be the dynamic of being on the football team or the wrestling team or something. So you're kind of under coach's wing. So if you got caught smoking after school by the coach, you got some answering to do because
like if it's on school grounds anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's just different.
Yeah.
You know, if
you're talk to me tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Right. Like if you're with the coach 3 or 4 hours every day after school training for fucking football, sure, everything kind of changes. But with Jesse just being a kid at school that was in PE class, how inappropriate is it to, number one, grab him by the wrist, but number two, leave the bar where you were just drinking and hanging out in your get-up and take him to the school.
What else were you just doing in that bar by chance?
Right, and then take him to the school and make him run laps. Like, just none of it.
What did you say earlier? He just got done either getting pounded in the ass or potentially pounding an ass. One way or another, ass was getting pounded in the bathroom of that bar.
Something was saying, like, just don't.
But then, you leave with your student, dude?
Yeah, get in the car.
If that should happen today,
that's what I'm saying.
You're fucking getting crucified, my dude. Even so, like, anything that happens off of school grounds, you don't have any jurisdiction over. That shit's inadmissible.
That's so weird.
So
strange. Yeah. I don't know, 85, I guess. I just don't understand.
Yeah. Oh, it was a much different time. Speaking of fucking spanking, which we're about to get into in a minute, kids got fucking spanked in school all the time back then. It was like an acceptable form of punishment.
Right.
Administered by the staff. But anyway, Jesse completes a lap, and Schneider tells him to hit the shower. Yeah, go get naked and wet and hot near me somewhere. When he does, we see Schneider in his office. He's still in his leather vest, grabbing some fucking jump ropes from the closet. And what, are you going to fucking tie him up with those, my dude? He hears a noise from somewhere behind him, and he goes to check it out. And he ends up finding one of the tennis rackets, the strings on which are all snapping from heat, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And a basketball flies off the shelf and whacks into a trophy, and it flies out across the room straight into him. And then all hell breaks loose, dude. Tennis ball cans start to open, shooting balls at him, which I'm sure he wouldn't mind so much.
I was going to say kind of comes off kind of like Jesse's court gun, you know?
Right. It's ironically the same sound it makes when you pull a dick out of a nest.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's when the whole wall of shells turns itself toward him and stuff starts really flying. Balls of all kinds are hitting him in and around his face. knocking more rackets off the walls. He finally crawls over toward the lockers, but then he gets all wrapped up by those jump ropes that fly across the room and wrap around his arms and start dragging him out of the door.
Right.
I gotta say, I'm a sucker for an unseen attack. I'm thinking about the first movie with Tina flying all over the room, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
There's The Exorcist when Reagan's being thrown around in bed.
Right.
A more recent example would be Black Phone 2, where we get some similar attacks happening. I just love the thought of that, being physically assaulted by, I don't know, a ghost, the fucking wind. There's nothing there. What's happening? But it also just makes me think of New Nightmare, where we get a rehashing of the Tina kill with the babysitter, I think her name is Julie, being killed in the hospital and dragged up across the wall and the ceiling and shit. And in that one, we show Freddy doing it, which is also wild, but in a different way. I just really enjoy both the creativity and technical execution it takes to pull off an effect like that. Fucking my hat's off to you, boys.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, the jump ropes drag Schneider down the hall and into the shower area where naked Jesse just saw all the faucets turn on by themselves. That's a pretty interesting predicament, too. Here you are taking a shower, minding your own damn business, and suddenly some paranormal shit's popping off. You probably want to run, but where do you go? And do you grab clothes when you do? Or is that wasting time?
Right.
Schneider gets dragged over to the wall screaming the whole time until the ropes wrap around a pipe, chaining him up like he's in a dungeon. And the handles wrap around the knobs of a couple of showers to secure him in place. That's when he gets magically stripped of all of his clothes. And then we see a towel ripped off of a stack by nothing, and it flies into the shower room, whipping into Schneider's ass repeatedly until it bleeds.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks over at Jesse like, is that all you got? Harder, you dirty little boy.
He does not.
That's when the whole room fills with steam, and in walks Freddy. This is the one scene in the movie where we see a double for Robert Englund, by the way. That's the scene that told him, oh shit, no, we need to get Bobby back to play Freddy, because you can tell this random actor in a mask walking into this shower, man, it's a good thing this place is filled with steam so we can't see his face, because you can clearly see by his physicality alone that this is no Robert Englund.
Mm-hmm.
But over he casually strolls and holds up a gloved hand to bring it down on Schneider's back. He slashes a big X into him, and Schneider screams and falls limp in the shower as the faucets all start to run red with blood. And it's a pretty striking image to see the coach hanging on the wall dead and naked, his fucking ween pressed up against the tile and his booty cheeks hanging out for whoever comes to collect his body. That's when we cut back to Jesse emerging from the steam, and now he's wearing the fucking glove.
Right.
Oh, no.
Covered in fucking blood.
Yep, let's have yet another girly scream.
Scream Queen, yes!
So, did the dream sequence... was this a dream sequence and he just woke up and, came to school to murder his coach? Were they really at the gay bar? What's really happening here? It's hard to tell what was reality and what wasn't.
Right.
Here.
That's the whole fucking point, too, is Freddy is becoming real. He's not just a fucking thought anymore.
Yeah. We cut back home and his parents are running downstairs because for some reason someone's knocking at their door in the middle of the night. It's the cops, of course, bringing Jesse home. Hey, this belong to you? And Ken's like, yeah, he's my son. The cops tell him they found him out on the highway wandering around, and he was naked. Still is, looks like. He's covered with a blanket, but still. The cops just say, I'd keep a short leash on him if I were you. Wait a minute, dude. Holy shit, is this kid lucky it's 1985.
Oh, yeah.
This would not be fucking going down today. Cops aren't just dropping him back off at home and leaving him for the parents to deal with.
Nope.
He's going down to the station at the very least, if not getting shot in the process.
Sir, why are you naked?
I'm offended at your dick. Pop, pop, pop. But mom goes to escort Jesse back upstairs, and dad says, hey, wait a minute. 2 questions. You answer them, we can all go to bed. What are you taking, son? Who are you getting it from?
Yeah, because I want some.
I mean, legit question, though, dude. Jesse insists he's not on drugs and tells his mom he wants to go to bed, but I really like Clu Gulager's performance here. He's really good at playing solid but vulnerable, which is what everyone should be at all times, ideally. But he's riding the line well, and his choices are conveying a lot of emotional turmoil for a fucking silly slasher movie.
Right.
That's when we cut outside to the next morning where Dad has taken the bars off the windows. Weird timing on that, Pops.
Yeah, weird.
And that's when Mom walks out following Jesse, trying to talk to him, find out what the hell's going on with him, but he tells her, don't worry about it. Leave me alone. I'm fine. Don't bring me here anymore, right? She goes, can we at least talk about it? And he says no, and jumps into the car, literally over the passenger door and into the driver's seat, takes off without another word. Mom comes back to tell his dad he needs some professional help, but cheap-ass dad is like, what are you, crazy? That won't do any good. I'm not spending money on that shit.
Hell no, let's kick his ass instead.
Yeah, he says, I'll tell you what he needs is a good boot in the butt.
Or a methadone clinic.
Yeah, right. But she's like, listen to me. He's in trouble. And he's like, no, we're not doing that. I'm telling you, let's squash that conversation right now. She goes back inside and he trips up the ladder all pissed off. And Jesse and Lisa drive up to the school to see a bunch of cop cars sitting in the parking lot. Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude. Jesse runs up to fucking Grady here, which I thought kind of seemed a little suspicious. Like, he gets out and he fucking sprints up. But regardless, I don't think anybody's really looking at any of the kids here, you know. But that's when he kind of lets us know that Schneider got wasted last night, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll sleep it off.
Bloody footprints all over the place, too. So that's another thing, too, is I'm kind of like, man, if this is real and that wasn't a dream, wouldn't you be fucking caught? Like, quick?
Okay, here's a question that I don't think I've ever thought about before. Are there toe prints like there are fingerprints?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah?
Footprint's like a handprint,
okay.
I think.
Oh, yeah, dude, absolutely. I'm pretty sure, maybe.
Well, you know what? I guess my question would be, we walk on our feet more than we use our hands. Even though we use our hands for everything, you have to walk to where you're using your hands.
That's true.
So are our footprints more like, could your print be worn away from that spot?
This is probably why I've never really thought about this, because most of the time people are wearing shoes. So anyway, yeah, Grady tells Jesse he must have been working late talking about Schneider. Some maniac came in and sliced him up like a kielbasa, hacked him up in the shower. Cut to back at home that night, Jesse's laying in bed, sweating in his undies, and that's when he hears what sounds like chains rattling around in his drawer in his room. He gets up to open it up, and it's the glove writhing around on its own in there. And we hear Freddy's voice calling out, "Kill for me." That's when he walks down to his sister's room to see her fucking jumping rope in slow motion, singing the fucking 1-2 Freddy's Coming For You song. He's not interested in processing that right now. He just closes the door.
I would have too. Like, fuck that, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
What are you? You know what? No.
Yep, no, middle of the night. Why? How is my sister jumping in slow motion? I don't fucking, nope.
She's jump roping in slow motion. Seems normal.
We cut to him walking into the kitchen the next morning and pouring a cup of coffee. His mom calls out good morning, and he doesn't say shit except to ask his dad, hey, how come it took him 5 years to sell this house? Ooh, good question.
Yeah. Do you know about the murder across the street?
Yeah, Dad tries to play it off like, oh, just couldn't get the right price, I suppose. And he's like, yeah, how about the murder across the street or the crazy girl that lived here and saw the whole thing? Whoa. Your young slow-motion jump roping sister is sitting here listening, dude. Not a good time.
Well, Dad. We all find out the truth. Save a few bucks, huh?
Yeah.
Guess nobody's ever heard of fucking Amityville Horror, huh?
Yeah,
Why these
exactly.
haunted fucking houses?
Well, Dad's like, yeah, they told me something about it, but so what? And that's when Mom freaks out. Wait a minute, you fucking knew about this and you didn't say anything? He's like, oh, come on, honey. How do you think we got such a good deal? This is Ohio, baby. You don't live here without paying top dollar. This place was a steal.
Oh, by the way, the mom killed herself in the living room, too.
Yeah, dude, what the Mom's like, what?
Which, I mean, that's not what I remember, but, you know.
That's when poor Angela says she's scared. Yeah, Jesse, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, Dad and Jesse are just pretending.
Yeah. She's like, we shouldn't discuss this here. And that's when fucking Dad says he doesn't want to hear another word about it. There's nothing wrong with this house.
Yep, heard that before.
Yeah, maybe not the house, but the fucking entities in it. That's when Angela smells something burning and the toaster behind Jesse just erupts in flames. And he just stands there watching it, but thankfully Dad runs over and beats it out with a towel. Oh, yeah. Too soon?
Yeah.
He goes, that's the craziest damn thing I ever seen. Look at this, Cheryl. It wasn't even plugged in.
Yeah. Nope, house is still good.
We cut to Jesse and Lisa driving down the street, and she's trying to convince him, you can't blame yourself for Schneider. Just because you dreamt it doesn't mean you did it. Okay, bitch. He dreamed the exact scenario, saw the entire thing in his mind, and then it happened just like he dreamed it. So, alternatives? I'm all ears.
It's probably just premonition.
Well, he asks where they're going. She tells him, turn left because we're on our way to the boiler room, baby. And she tells him, this is all in your mind. You're picking up on psychic signals. And they start to drive through these, I mean, it's either a construction site or ruins, but it looks cool as fucking here. It's almost like a grain elevator industrial area or something. Mm-hmm. Right along some railroad tracks. Looks pretty fucking sweet in the setting sun. But he brings the car to a stop and sits on top of his seat, just marveling at it for a minute. And Lisa tells him, this is where the boiler room that Nancy kept referencing in the diary is. She mentions it's an old power plant and Freddy used to work here. She hands him a newspaper and they get out to explore the place. And apparently this place has been closed down for a long time. And she begins him to tell the story of Fred Krueger, who he was and what he did. Apparently he kidnapped 20 kids and brought them all down here to kill them, among other things.
Kill them.
Yeah. Jesse looks around like he's trying to come to terms with all that. And she suddenly asks, do you feel anything? Like he's supposed to be a psychic now or some shit? Listen, lady, I have premonitions all the time. I wish I had control over it because let me tell you, it's not fucking useful at all. Just a 3-second image of me standing at the grocery store looking at a jar of pickles or some shit. Dumb as hell. How about next time I get a fucking premonition of some winning lottery numbers or something, please?
I would have totally used that as a pickup line while we were alone here. Do you feel anything, baby?
Can you feel my butt tonight? He walks away scowling because this is some silly shit. He says, I feel like a jerk. And she asks again if he feels anything, and he sniffs around. She's like, just concentrate. Nope, nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm getting something here. He starts walking toward a metal cabinet leaning up against some pipes, and he walks toward it and opens up the door to find a rat.
Wah, wah, wah.
We cut back to the basement of his house where we get this crazy tracking shot from the basement. It's like on the furnace at first, firing up to life, and we pan upstairs through the living room past the front door, all the way upstairs instead to Angela's room, where the door opens and we hear Freddy's voice saying, wake up, little girl. And poor sweet Angela rolls over to ask what time it is. And that's when we see Jesse standing above her bed, shirtless and sweaty.
Sweaty as fuck.
Tells her it's late, go back to sleep. And that's when he goes to tuck her back in. We see that when he does so, he's wearing that fucking glove.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, shit's getting crazy.
Yeah, we cut back to his room where he's sitting at his desk taking some stay-up, fast-acting speed pills, washing it down with some caffeinated Coke.
Whoa.
The next day, the paperboy rolls by and chucks one at the house, and we go back to the kitchen. Man, we spend a lot of time in this room in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But Jesse walks in to his mom asking if he slept all right, and he's like, yeah, fine, whatever. He pours another cup of coffee, and she's like, oh, you're looking better. And his fucking face is telling a different story.
Right.
Huge bags under his eyes, giving her a death stare like, gee, thanks for noticing. Here's a question. Do we have any idea in this movie that Freddy has any control over you while you're dreaming? Like, I don't remember if we ever really covered that in this script yet. Like in the first one, Nancy's all over it. Her and Glenn doing all that research about dreams and lucid dreaming, pulling things out, etc. I'm not sure it's been explicitly stated in this movie yet, but he seems to, at first, only have trouble sleeping, but now he's actively trying not to.
Right.
Anyway, after Mom tells him he's looking better, I love the discreet look that Dad shoots over at him, like, are you serious, honey? He looks like shit. But nobody says anything. Back to Jesse and Lisa in the car. She's staring him down, obviously able to tell he's going through some shit, having a real morning. She goes, you had another dream, didn't you? He's like, yeah, bitch, what of it? She asks if he wants to talk about it, and he's like, not fucking really. He goes, my dad thinks I'm on drugs, my mom thinks I'm crazy, and at this point, I don't know if I don't agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to the school where Carrie's asking Lisa about Jesse. He's like, is he all right? He seems kind of freaked out. They're at lunch, and Grady asks Jesse, hey, man, you want to go to a movie or grab a pizza, something to just hang out, get your mind off his stuff? Being a good friend. And I'm glad Grady turned out to be a good dude, because there's potential for him to be a real piece of shit in this.
Oh, yeah.
But Carrie and Lisa sit down, and Carrie says hi to Ronnie, asking him if he's going to be at Lisa's tomorrow night. And he's like, nope, can't, grounded. She's like, why? And he tells her he threw his grandmother down a flight of stairs. Just anything to shake her off at all costs.
Yeah, he's not interested.
Lisa tells Jesse he needs to eat, and he's like, bitch, I'm not hungry. And she snaps at him, I wish you'd talk to me. We can figure this out together. And he's like, there's nothing to figure out. Ron's talking with his mouth full like a damn caveman, calling Jesse a basket case. And Jesse's like, will you shut your fucking mouth already? And he's like, yeah, you want me to shut up? Fine, I'll shut up. No problem. See you around, buddy. And he fucking storms off like, oh, this friendship's over.
Yeah, dude, now his friend's mad and his girlfriend's mad. So
yeah, you can't afford to lose any friends right now, dude.
Right.
But here we fucking go. We cut to the pool party. Lisa's dad's wearing an apron that says Mr. Wonderful on it, grilling up some burgers, and he's got a big stupid red chef's hat on like an idiot. No one actually wears those.
Looks like a nice time.
Well, I immediately noticed the Benny Goodman music drifting across the air, and it looks like Lisa didn't get her way on that. But it does make this kind of a swanky affair between that and the nice illuminated in-ground pool.
Oh, yeah.
Big puffy lights hanging overhead, the tropical trees in this Ohio backyard. Looks like some high society shit. But a whole bunch of sexy teens in their sexy bathing suits are hanging all over the yard, just enjoying a pleasant time. when a dude runs up on the diving board and basically cannonballs everyone. Everybody applauds except for Dad, who yells over at him for to cut that out. And Lisa rolls her eyes, and Mom tells her, "Don't worry, I'll get him." And that's when she walks up and tells him, "Come on, Skinny, it's time for bed." And he takes his chef's hat off and hands it to the closest guy to him. He says, "You're in charge now, hotshot. Fucking man the grill, Daddy needs to go get some old pussy." Dad passes off the spatula of honor and heads off with Mama. They walk past Lisa and they tell her not to have anybody there or be up past 12:30. It sounds pretty reasonable. Mom says, "Have a nice time," and they go off. Suddenly, Jesse stands up and walks off behind a fence, and that's where Carrie walks up and says, asks what his deal is, but she's interrupted by a hot guy she found at the party, apparently.
Nice.
That's when Lisa walks out to check on Jesse, and he unlocks the door for her, and we see that he's inside this, I'll get to what they call it in a minute, but he's getting dressed, telling her he's just going to leave. "I'm not into this pool party scene." He apologizes, but she presses on, asking why he won't talk to her, and he tells her to just drop it. She says he's not being fair, but, she wants to help him, and he's like, "All right, how? What's your plan?" And he confesses that he feels like he's losing it. He's afraid to go to sleep. He's afraid to stay awake. He's ruining the party. Doesn't want her to see her, of all people, seeing him fall apart. And he's worried that he's going to be fucking committed soon. His mom, at least, is on the verge of calling in the big guns. And she says, "Hey, don't worry. We'll stay up all night if we have to. I'm not going to let anything happen to you." And here's where they lean in for a kiss. But at first, it's not much of one. They kind of barely brush lips a couple of times. And then they finally go for it. Lots of open mouths and fucking writhing around.
Woof.
Yeah. Out in the yard, the kids are staring up at the parents' window. I was hoping to catch some fucking geriatric action, but we cut up to the parents' room and we see the mom and dad sharing a drink in bed. They're both in their jammies, but mom's got a pretty revealing negligee on. She starts kissing on dad and then reaches over to turn the light off. That's when the kids all in the yard yell out and fucking let out this big cheer. "Yeah, fucking party time."
Oh, yeah.
All right, so they weren't peeping. They were just waiting for the cops to fly the coop, But here's the thing, you morons. You think turning off the light means they can't hear you screaming like lunatics in this quiet-ass neighborhood? Teenagers are so fucking dumb, man. They go crazy here. They change the music to some loud, upbeat 80s shit. They wheel out a wagon full of beer, which, if this is all they have with everybody that's here, dude, everybody's going to get half a beer. But seriously, they're all fucking screaming, clapping, cheering. There's a couple in the pool making out, and then everybody jumps into the pool.
Yeah, dude, party's actually starting now.
Yeah, and here's where Dad is upstairs reacting. "What the hell are they doing down there?" And she goes, "Oh, Ed, they're just kids." And he's like, "Yeah, but I got to get some rest." We cut back to Jesse, who's now lying on top of Lisa, and they're making out hard, fucking dry humping. He's holding one of her arms down, getting pretty serious now. And he starts undoing her top and kissing down her midsection right between them titties, and damn near fucking motorboating her. That's when everything goes south. All of a sudden, his tongue spews out of his mouth, and it's grown about 8 sizes too big for his mouth. Flops down and fucking just thuds between her tits.
Freddy's tongue, man.
Yeah,
Gross.
dude. Luckily, she doesn't notice. He sucks it back in and covers his mouth, freaked out. And that's when he stands back up and grabs his shoes. He's fucking out of here. She asks what's wrong, but he doesn't answer. He just runs away. Interesting that after another quick shot of the kids in the pool, we cut right from that heavy, sexy scene that he runs away from directly to him jumping on top of his half-naked male friend in bed, covering his mouth.
Evidently, Grady's house is directly outside of this little pool house that they fucking have.
They might be neighbors, I guess, sure.
They fucking have to be, dude.
Yeah, he's over at Grady's house now. He jumps on him in bed. How he got in, I don't know, but he has to. He's run over to talk to him about what just happened, and at large what's been happening.
Right.
And Ronnie's like, "Jesus Christ, man, you scared the shit out of me. What the fuck are you doing in my room?" Excellent question. He tells him, "Hey, I'm in trouble and I need you to let me stay here tonight." Ron's like, "What are you, crazy? Why? Why don't you just go home and take a bottle of sleeping pills?" Wait, a bottle? Because that's called unaliving yourself, bro.
Yeah, leave me alone. Jesus.
Besides, sleep is the last thing he wants right now. So this is where he confesses to killing Schneider, except not exactly, because it wasn't him doing it. "There's something inside of me," he says. "Last night it made me go to my sister's room, and tonight with Lisa in the cabana, it started happening again." Fucking wait a minute. Cabana? We don't have those in Ohio, bro.
Yeah, cabana.
Maybe the pool house. Maybe. But that still sounds like some Bel Air shit. Do people in California just have no idea what Ohio is? Like, haven't the faintest notion of what it's like here? "I'll see your cabana and raise you pool shed." How about that?
Pool shed.
Grady tells Jesse he thinks he's losing it, but Jesse's like, "Look, man, I'm scared. Something's trying to get inside my body." And Grady's like, yeah, she's female and waiting for you in the cabana. And here you are, you want to sleep with me.
Right.
And Jesse gets all pissed off. He's like, I don't care if you believe me or not. And Ronnie yells back, I believe you. You had some scary dreams. Listen, what's with these teens not being able to keep their fucking voices down, man? You're going to wake up another set of parents now. But Jesse's like, nah, man, you don't get it. I'm all messed up. I'm in trouble and I need you to help me, okay? And Grady finally gives in. He's like, all right, man, I got you. What do you want me to do? And he just says, just watch me. If anything starts to happen, if I act weird, start dreaming weird, if I try to walk out of here, you got to stop me. I pull him out, you whack the fucker, and we got him. He says, I don't care if you have to hit me over the head, just don't let me leave. And most importantly, don't feed him after midnight. I mean, don't fall asleep.
There you go.
We cut back to the party, and the new grill master's trying to offer a girl his wiener.
Oh.
But Lisa and Carrie are sitting on the edge of the pool, and Carrie's new boy toy swims up trying to coax her back into the water, but she's in the middle of a conversation with Lisa about what's going on right now. I'm a little fucking busy. Lisa seems compelled to check on Jesse again, even though he just ran off, but if she goes to him, he won't even be there because he's at Grady's now. She doesn't know that. She argues that she can't leave the party, trying to rationalize a reason not to go, but Carrie tells her, fuck that, you need to go to him, so she stands up to do exactly that. We cut, however, back to Ronnie's room, where he's watching Flash Gordon at first, and then he starts channel surfing, trying to stay awake, but there's nothing good on, so he turns the TV off along with his light. He looks over at Jesse saying, sweet dreams, pal, rolls over to go to sleep, but that's when Jesse wakes up and yells out to Grady, it's starting to happen again, and he doubles over, grabbing his midsection. Grady stands up and comes to check on him, and Jesse's turning beet red. Fucking knives start growing out of his fingertips.
Right.
It looks so gross, dude. I gotta hand it to some of the effects in this movie. Really not fucking bad.
Oh, dude, it's great.
The skin on each tip kind of splits and pulls back from the top down to the first knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
The skin on his arm starts to split, revealing a fucking red and green sweater underneath his skin.
Right.
That's sick, dude.
Like Freddy's inside of him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I bet
he is.
Body horror's great here.
That's when Grady decides he needs to piece the fuck out. He tries to open his door, but it won't budge, so he starts banging on it and yelling for his dad instead. Now Jesse's skin all the way up his arm is fucking just shredded. And we cut to a shot of him screaming, but interestingly, we get a close-up of his mouth, and we see an eye moving back and forth at the back of his throat, and his scream changes halfway through from his patented girly scream to a deeper, more distorted voice. And he slides down the wall, writhing in pain, as we watch the shape of Freddy's face start to form and push out of his stomach.
Yeah.
As if he's about to have a fucking Freddy C-section. And that finger knife just comes up to split the skin open, and out pops Freddy, reborn through Jesse.
Yeah, dude, he literally like crawls out of his fucking chest.
Yeah,
so like a Jesse suit like drops and hits the ground.
This sequence is really well done. I love how the top half of Jesse just falls off of Freddy's shoulders as he stands up and walks over to attack Grady.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronnie just keeps trying to bang on the door, calling out for Dad, who does run to the door at this point. Unfortunately, he won't tell him what's going on, and neither of them can seem to get the fucking door open. So Freddy just calmly puts on his hat, makes his way over to Ronnie, grabs him by the throat and starts to lift him up the wall Michael Myers style. And that's when we see some bloody finger knives come crashing through the other side of the door, sliding down, fucking dripping blood out the other side. And back in the room, Ronnie's convulsing, having his final death twitches until Freddy drops him to the floor. That's when the camera pans over to the mirror, where we see Freddy laughing and waving back at Jesse.
Right.
The idea there is Freddy has finally fully possessed him. If somebody were to knock down the door right now, they wouldn't see Freddy in there. They would see Jesse covered in blood with his friend's body on the floor.
Right.
Like if someone were in the room when the killing took place, they would have watched as Jesse lifted Ronnie up by the throat and slashed through his midsection, not Freddy. So it would appear the transformation's complete. That's when Jesse looks down to see his dead friend on the floor. Freddy's still laughing about it, but Jesse doesn't find it so funny. He goes, "You son of a bitch, you killed Ronnie, you bastard." He takes off the glove and throws it at the mirror, but that doesn't do much. That's when he hears sirens outside and more banging on the door, and that's when Jesse realizes, oh fuck, it's the fuzz, I gotta split.
Mm-hmm.
So he runs over to the window and starts moving shit out of the way to hightail it to fucking anywhere but here, really. And back at the pool party, it seems like everyone is split off into couples at this point. That's when Lisa comes back downstairs getting ready to go check on Jesse, but hey, no need. As soon as she opens up the front door, there he is, covered in blood, just holding up a hand like, don't ask, you do not want to know, I've had the worst night.
Yeah, man. He says, I killed Grady. I killed Schneider. He's scared here, and it's almost like she doesn't believe him.
She doesn't. She's not getting it. She's like, Jesse, you're hurt. What happened?
There's fucking blood all over him, man.
Yeah. He starts to lose it, telling her he's scared. Yeah, I would be too. Your ass is going to jail, and trust me, you ain't gonna make it.
Right.
Lisa's like, bro, just give it to me straight. And he's like, okay, but you asked for it. Here goes nothing. He's inside me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
She's like, who's inside you? I thought you were going to be inside me. And he spills the beans and says, it's Fred Krueger. He's inside me and he wants to take me again. Ooh, yeah, take him. Lisa's like, fuck that, dude. No way. It has to just be a combination of everything you've been experiencing lately. It's the news about Schneider, the diary, the glove. It's all that shit. It's got to be. He stands up and he says, no, what do I got to do to get you to believe me? Last night he tried to make me kill my sister. I got blood on my hands. He owns me. Fucking, yeah, Freddy daddy. And we cut back to the pool where suddenly things start to heat up, literally. Steam starts billowing off the top of the pool. And Carrie calls out, could somebody turn the heat in the pool down, please? That's when we see Wiener Boy's wiener charms must have worked on that blonde girl because he's got her over on a lounge chair. But then we just see a bunch of hot dogs, which aren't on the grill, start to smoke and eventually catch fire. What the fuck is going on?
I know what's going on. It's getting fucking hot out here, dude. Beers start fucking popping open.
Yeah, they all the hot dogs pop like fucking firecrackers. Mm-hmm. And the grill kid, apparently his name is Rocky, by the way. He stands up and tosses this cutting board of hot dogs into the grill and closes it, and everybody cheers for him. Oh, our hero. And that's when the beer cans all start exploding, spewing like fucking geysers. Oh, ixnay on the earring, Che. Fucking party foul, dude.
What? What the fuck did you say?
Fucking Pig Lad. Nick's on the cheering. You don't know what Pig Latin is, man? Ise uye aderlay.
Yeah.
We cut back inside to Lisa bringing the diary back to Jesse, telling him, sit down and, just listen. Hey, man, not until he cleans himself up. Don't let him ruin your fucking furniture, dude.
Here's some words of inspiration.
Yeah, she sits him down to read the last page of Nancy's diary, and it says, he is evil itself. I know now that I brought him into my world. We all did. Gave him the energy he needed, and our screams were all he needed. I don't like the delivery here. Could have gone with another take, I think. But we cut back outside to the gate enclosing the yard, more specifically the lock on it. There's a big padlock hanging here that magically closes shut, as well as the parents' bedroom door closes and locks itself too.
Fucking windows too.
Oh yeah. They wake up to call out to Lisa, but ain't nobody going nowhere. Just fucking strap in, baby. Here we go. That's when Lisa's down in the living room and determines that Nancy wasn't crazy. All this is real, and yes, Freddy can be fought and defeated. And that's when Jesse leans forward on the couch for another terrible line delivery. Oh God, he's coming back. Everyone leave. I have to poop. He goes, get out of here, Lisa. And she yells at Jesse, no, fight back against Freddy. But he says he can't. He's too weak. That's when the rest of the windows and doors all close and lock. And Lisa just keeps trying to convince Jesse, you have the power to end this. You created him. You can destroy him. Meanwhile, upstairs, Lisa's dad and his floppy man titties are banging on the door, calling out to Lisa, you open this door right now, young lady. And Lisa tells Jesse Freddy's living off his fear. You're not afraid of him. He doesn't even exist. And that's when we cut over to the poor fish in the tank. The water starts to heat up. And I fear we're going to have a bunch of dead fish in a minute. A lot of fucking animal death in this movie. But that's when Lisa notices the TV glowing red and exploding. The fish tank's all cloudy with heat bubbles now. Sure enough, those fish are all floating on the top of the water.
Oh, yeah.
Suddenly, the front of the tank ruptures and bursts open, water spilling out everywhere. Outside, the lights start exploding over the pool, and everyone in the area starts to fucking panic. We go back inside where Freddy's laugh is what we hear. As the shot is on Lisa, she calls out to Jesse because he's suddenly gone. And now, who's that reaching up over the coffee table? Here comes a fucking knife-gloved hand in a Christmas sweater. Here's Freddy. He goes, he can't fight me. I'm him. Blah, blah. He comes over to attack Lisa, and she bashes him with a lamp and gets away. But she runs to the door and it's locked, so she doubles back, only to run right into Freddy, who tackles her to the ground and fucking bites a chunk out of her ankle.
Yeah, dude, rude.
That's a different Freddy move. She kicks him in the face and gets away again, nearly getting skewered by his glove, but it harmlessly stabs into the floor. She runs into, the glass doors leading to the backyard, and a bunch of her friends run up to the door. She's trying to get out, and they're trying to get in. Meanwhile, the pool is literally boiling now, and a few of the kids are still in it, desperately trying to get out. That's when Lisa turns around to see Freddy standing there staring at her, and he has a temper tantrum like a toddler, throws a bunch of Mom's expensive china dishes to the ground.
Dick.
She sneaks over to grab a knife to defend herself with, and that's when she tries to speak to Jesse, who she still believes to be inside Freddy.
Yeah, dude, this is kind of crazy. Sort of like, I don't know, battle for control, I guess, a little bit, you know? Yeah. Either that or Freddy's just being Freddy and mocking her, one of the two.
Maybe. He says, there is no Jesse, I'm Jesse now. And he creeps toward her, but that's when we hear Jesse's voice coming from Freddy's mouth. Kill me, Lisa. Please kill me.
Right.
That's always some unsettling shit. Whenever you hear a wrong voice come out of somebody.
I mean, so what's your take? Do you think that's Jesse, who we know isn't strong enough at this point? Or is it Freddy being diabolical as fuck and mocking her with Jesse's voice? Like,
I think a little bit of both. I do think both Jesse and Freddy are in this body, but I think when he says, kill me, Lisa, that's Freddy saying...
He's just being a prick, right? Yeah. He's got to be. At least that's what it looks like when...
Because he starts laughing again. He says, come on, Lisa, kill him.
Right.
Like, you won't, bitch.
Right. Kind of like, you can't do anything.
Yeah, and she can't. She starts like weakly stabbing into Freddy's shoulder with this knife, but it does nothing.
Right, obviously.
He laughs again, and we hear Jesse utter, I love you, Lisa.
Diabolical, dude.
Yeah. She drops the knife and immediately gets choked up by Freddy, and here's where I noticed there's no glove. At least not right here. Those blades are coming straight out of his fingies now.
Mm-hmm.
But then, in his own voice, he repeats, I love you, Lisa. And he grabs some hair with his knives, and we get a close-up of Robert's nasty makeup here, looking a bit better than the first movie again. Lisa calls out, hoping to reach Jesse inside, but that's when he tosses her up against the wall and takes a running jump out the glass doors, like through them. But he disappears halfway through his jump, and the kids outside all look like, what the fuck? Upstairs, the parents' bedroom door unlocks and opens. Oh shit, did Lisa's love win the day?
So yeah, everybody kind of freezes and is just kind of looking around, you know.
The pool stops boiling and the kids inside finally get out and everything seems nice and quiet. A group of dudes goes to investigate the rubble from the door and they're just about to declare everything safe when Freddy blasts up out of a trapdoor in the earth like he's at a Powerline concert, scaring the shit out of everyone, chasing them around. He slashes through one kid, taking him out, and then another one tries to grab the fence but gets burned from it. The water in the pool's boiling again. The people are fucking falling in. It's just sheer pandemonium in this backyard all of a sudden.
Yeah, there's just fucking fire erupting from everywhere.
Yeah, dude. On top of the water is like it's covered in a layer of fire. That's when we see the parents running back downstairs to figure out what the fuck's going on. Pillars of flame just shoot up everywhere in this yard. Fucking kids are trying to escape here and there, but flame pillars are stopping them.
Freddy throws some fucking chairs.
That's when Mom finds Lisa and goes to check on her, and Dad looks outside to see Freddy fucking wreaking havoc out here. He's like chasing people, like you said, throwing chairs. We see one dude get trampled by his friends.
Yeah, dude, his neck broken.
Yeah, he's killed when somebody steps on his neck trying to jump over the fuck. It gives a big crunch, like, oh God, he starts bleeding out of the mouth. Freddy stabs another guy, and inside, Dad starts screaming for Mom to get Lisa out of there. That's when one dude gets all brave and decides, I'm going to talk Freddy down like a fucking hostage negotiator. Hey man, just calm down. It's going to be all right, okay? Nobody's going to hurt you. Yeah, no worries there.
Just tell us what you want, man.
Yeah.
It's okay.
He's
like...
yeah, holding his arms out like, hey, everything's cool. But that's when Dad smashes into his gun cabinet inside. Hell yeah, there we go. But the guy outside tries to get Freddy to calm down. Yeah, tell us what you want. But that's a mistake. You don't want to know what he wants, dude. The kid says, I'm here to help you. But that's when he gets close enough and Freddy he goes, help yourself, fucker. And he slashes him across the belly and throws him into a big pillar of flames that erupts behind him. Here's where we get a fantastic shot of flames behind Freddy as he raises his arms and tells the kids,
you are all my children now.
And that's when Dad runs out pointing his shotgun and firing, but missing terribly, exploding a fucking fruit bowl instead. He's like, oh shit, I suck.
Yeah, dude, he's not the greatest. And then fucking as he's...
I thought you were Mr. Wonderful, man. What happened to that apron, bitch?
As he's fucking trying to reload, you know, I bet you ain't gonna miss the second one, you know. Lisa fucking jumps in and like knocks the fucking gun down in typical fucking ridiculous movie fashion.
Mm-hmm.
No!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, man.
Which, at first, I'm kind of like, what the fuck? He was about to fucking kill him.
Right.
But I get it. It's Jesse too.
Well, here's the thing, yeah. He walks towards the kids, Freddy does, but instead of attacking, he walks through them, splitting the group up. He ends up like going toward the fence. That's when I'm processing what's going on. Lisa pushes the gun down, remembering, hey, Jesse's still inside, or at least she thinks.
Yeah, like you're not going to kill Freddy, you're going to kill Jesse.
Right. So Freddy walks through the hedges and privacy fence, setting it all on fire as he does. Dude, Freddy's got some crazy powers.
Yeah, he's in the fucking real world with his dream powers now.
Yeah, it's crazy. He just like teleports through a fire portal out of here. Fucking dream demon from hell indeed. That's when we cut to Lisa driving Jesse's car back to the power plant. She gets there and rips a piece of upholstery off of his seat and starts to like dress her bite wound on her leg, which doesn't look bad at all. Freddy was like in his 40s when he died. Maybe his teeth aren't all that great.
Mm-hmm.
But she wraps it up and heads inside. That's when she walks by a couple, I'm not super sure what they are. I'm thinking junkyard dogs like Rottweilers, but they both have the fucking craziest nightmare-inducing human faces on them.
Like a dog with a baby head?
Instead of dog heads, yeah, it's so fucking weird, dude. It might be the most unsettling image in the movie. I'm not even fucking joking, dude. It's weird.
I thought it was cool.
But she gets past the guard cherubs and makes her way into the plant proper, where she wanders around somewhat aimlessly. Not really sure where she's going, just letting Jesus take the wheel.
Dude, this place is fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
I immediately, when they showed this like overhead shot, which is a really cool looking scene, and like, yeah, it's some kind of refinery style. It's a mix of a whole bunch of shit. They call it one thing, but I don't think it's really what it is.
Right.
But the shot is so like widespread. I'm like, holy fuck, what is, like, I want to go see that place in real life. Where is it? Like,
Yeah.
it looks interesting as fuck. But
I mean, there's a ton of places pretty much everywhere that look like that. There's a place right over here, actually. There's like some grain elevators that looks
I've seen those, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was kind of waiting for her to find, like, where's the sign for the little kid boiler room, diddling room?
Boiler room, diddling room. We get a classic Freddy knife scrape across a railing and a classic, oh no, I just burned myself on this hot pipe. And that's when she bends down to unwrap her leg because she can feel a shitload of bugs crawling all over it now.
Yeah, dude, ew.
But after a minute freaking out about that, she looks down again to see that she never actually unwrapped it. He's just fucking with her now.
She's in make-believey real spooky land.
Mm-hmm. She climbs higher and higher into this facility until she gets scared by a nightmare demon rat and then a nightmare demon cat that attacks and eats it. Lisa runs away and almost falls off a catwalk, but she crawls back up, and that's where she runs into Freddy again, narrowly dodging a fucking knife swipe. She runs back off until she hits a dead end.
In true Freddy fashion, there's always a dead end.
Oh, yeah. And of course, he's right behind her, cornering her. Come to me, Lisa. Come to Butthead.
Yeah.
She goes, Jesse, I know you're in there. She's like, no, you idiot. Jesse's dead. He's locked in my basement. No. He's getting ready to lay the death blow, his arms high in the air, but then Jesse's voice manages to come through and call out to her, and she blurts out, I love you, Jesse. And now Freddy starts to wince in pain as his skin splits. Reacting to that, giving Lisa a chance to run away, but he stops her. Come back to me, Lisa, in his voice now. She goes, I'm not afraid of you. He's in there and I want him back. I'm going to take him away from you and you're going to go straight back to hell. He keeps saying, no, Jesse's dead. She says, I love you, Jesse. Come back to me. He can't hold you. He's losing his grip. You can get out. And that's where Freddy falls to his knees saying, he'll die with me. Then she takes his hat off and shakes her head. And then he amends it to, he'll die with both of us.
Right.
That's where we get an extra weird fucking Freddy wraps his arm around Lisa. She comes in for a delicious burnt lip kiss.
Oh, yeah.
Really weird seeing someone start to make out with Freddy.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking work. At least it doesn't seem like it worked, you know?
He pushes her back away from him, but you can see there's some conflict in him now. The Jesse part fighting with the Freddy part.
Mm-hmm.
And here's where Jesse takes over and cranks up the heat in this facility, using some of those residual magic powers, literally setting it all ablaze. And Freddy starts to melt from the flames. Suddenly, he just erupts, completely engulfed. He falls over, presumably dead, but after a minute, there's some more activity. He raises an arm and rolls over to reveal Jesse slowly breaking off parts of Freddy's shell off of him. And Lisa cries tears of joy as she starts moving toward him again. He leans into her and she wraps him in a big old hug. And that's when we cut away to another beautiful school day. We're basically wrapping it up here where the whole thing started. As a school bus pulls over and Jesse and his mom come out of the house, he mentions, oh, I can't believe I'm going back. She tells him to have a good day. He runs over to the bus all chipper. For some reason, Lisa and Carrie are here too. Did something happen to Jesse's car? Like, there's no reason for these kids to be on the bus. Why isn't he driving?
Yeah.
But Jesse sits next to Lisa and gives her a little kiss, and that's when Carrie starts laughing. That really was a great party. Thanks a lot, Lisa. And Jesse says, I can't believe it's actually over. But Lisa is not interested in talking about it at all. That's when a bus hits a bump really hard, and Jesse notices, oh shit, this bus is going really fast. And the girls don't agree, but he's convinced. It's starting to speed up, he says, and he stands up and yells at the bus driver to stop, which he does, but only because he's arrived at his proper bus stop. And Jesse apologizes for overreacting, but that's when Carrie leans up to say, hey man, it's okay. It's all over. And it sure is, because surprise, here comes fucking a Freddy hand exploding through Carrie's chest to end this thing. The bus goes careening off into the desert just like the beginning, with Freddy fucking laughing in the background, and boom. Cut to credits with little Bing Crosby to take us out. The end?
No, it's never the end. Definitely not in The Nightmare on Elm Street, man.
Well, this is the end, my friend, for this.
Right.
What'd you think?
Just fantastic. I do think the ending kind of came rather quickly and resolved really quickly. I mean, there was some cool shit there when Freddy was on fire where we got more body horror and like his head fucking kind of split a little bit and fucking goo and shit was coming out and his eyeballs started fucking whatever the fuck. You know, there was a lot of really cool shit here, but this is usually talked about like one of the worst Nightmare on Elm Street. Everybody fucking doesn't like it.
I don't agree.
I fucking love it, dude. If anything, I think this might be one of the better ones.
Yeah, I think 1, 2, and 3 are all up in the top half, at least, of these movies.
And it's almost like...
From like 4 on, it starts getting real fucking cartoony, dude.
Yeah, I don't really care for 5 too much. But it's one of those things where like this is kind of like the Halloween 3 of the Nightmare franchise in a way where it kind of veers off story, even though we still have Freddy. It doesn't line up. We're
exploring new things instead of going on with the main plot of like, okay, it's Dream Demon, which is consistent, but then they take it in another direction.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, all the underlying stuff, like, who gives a fuck if the movie has gay underlying tones? You know, I don't give a fuck. I'm straight as fuck, and I have no problem with this at all. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's great. It's fantastic. The fact that anybody was even hung up on that is funny to me. I mean, I think it's worth discussing.
Again, when it came out in the 80s. Right in the middle of all this shit. And like, yeah, Mark Patton was gay but closeted. Like, he didn't want people to know that he was gay. Right. So that's why he figured, you know, he considered this movie a betrayal of, you know, his wishes not to be forced to come out. Right. Which he had played a gay person in the previous movie that he was in. So that's why he you know, considered himself typecast.
Right. Yeah, this is one of my favorite nightmares, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think so.
Other than a couple... I probably could have missed me with the whole fucking bird thing. And like I said, my complaint is that the ending kind of, that's all you had to do was say, I love you, Jesse, a few times to kill fucking Freddy. It's kind of lackluster for me. But overall, the whole movie is fucking great, man.
They do mention it a couple times, like it's taking his power away and the belief, but it was more leaning into, my love for Jesse is what's going to win here.
Right.
Yeah.
But regardless, even looking past that, I mean, I fucking love it. I think it's great. I think it's better than part 3.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I love part 3. Dream Warriors is fucking sick, bro.
It is sick, but it starts to get a little too fantasy-y for me.
For you, I can see that for sure.
It's getting a little too magical for me.
It's part 4 where the line is crossed for me. When he starts like the shark on the beach thing. Fuck off.
Oh, man. Dude, but so even though it gets goofy, I love that Freddy on the beach with the dark glasses. It's fucking awesome, dude.
It's silly. It's fun. Whatever. But as for this movie, we're wrapping up here. Rotten Tomatoes has this at 46%. Not great. Critical reception, this movie was released on November 1st, 1985 to mixed reviews, but mostly negative, or at least not comparable to the original. And later on, it became a cult classic after critics and audiences reassessed the homoerotic subtext. Janet Maslin actually really liked this, though, saying it had clever special effects, a good leading performance, and a villain so chatty it practically makes this a human interest story. People magazine, however, called it a tedious, humorless mess. Oof, some ups and downs there. A budget of $3 million on this, which is pretty meager, I think, for you know, something in this realm with all the special effects and everything. It's you know, mostly practical for sure.
Right.
but it returned $30 million at the box office, so
Nice.
not fucking bad. Obviously, we have a whole ass fucking franchise from, these first two movies spawned a whole fucking, what are there, fucking 9 or 10, something like 11 with the remake, I think, maybe.
Oh, I'm sure.
But I think this is a pretty solid installment in the franchise. I don't think it quite captures the magic of the first one. It's got some cheesy performances and line deliveries here, but hey, it was the 80s and it was a silly slasher, not a huge budget. But even so, I think mostly the cast really brings it. Even through some of those ham-fisted deliveries and silly lines, they still managed to sell the story in a pretty solid way. Particularly Clu Gulager and his conflicted dad character, which it was great seeing him in this. I like the idea of possessing someone to do your killing. I think it was a pretty original concept, and I think they pulled it off pretty well. I always love a good frame job, too, like Candyman style. The way he broke Helen down, gaslit the shit out of her,
Right.
always had her in these wrong place, wrong time situations. We're getting the same thing here with Jesse. And obviously, I can totally see all the gay subtext here. Sexual repression, vulnerability, and intentional or not, it was. I think it makes for a pretty compelling dive into those themes and the exploration of some of the more grounded horrors from life in the 80s. I think the effects were done pretty well in this movie, the body horror in particular. There's some pretty gnarly makeup going on in this, and I'm fucking here for it.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Freddy design is better this time around. In the first one, he was just kind of looking like a dirty old goofy hobo. But here he's got the oversized contacts going on, more witchy features, which works for the hellbound character, We didn't even really talk about the score in this as we were going through it, but I think that fits right in as well. I always love me a good 80s synth score, and Christopher Young's one of the best. This one crescendos and stings in all the right places, and it gives a very similar atmosphere to the first movie. I think the kills are always pretty creative when you're dealing with Freddy, and that's something I appreciate about this franchise. We're in Dreamland, so we can do what the fuck we want, and it's not just another madman in a mask with a knife. It's not chainsaw kill after chainsaw kill. No, this franchise is fucking demon dogs and roach motels and Freddy TVs and dragging people across ceilings and fucking marionetting them off of bell towers and shit. Shit gets wild, and I love every second of living in this franchise. I will say this movie is a little darker than the first, but it's also just fun. It's a really easy watch where you can either keep it surface level and just watch those fun kills, or you can dive into some more, some deeper, more specific themes and have an equally fascinating time with both. I like this movie a lot. It was a pretty cozy, for something that has such crazy shit going on the whole time, it was just really cozy for me.
Shit, yeah.
I gave this one 8 out of 10 wet towel butt snaps.
Ew. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I recommend make some popcorn, dim the lights, settle in for a nice fun time at the home movies. I think every horror fan should have this in their collection. It's a part of the greater pop culture of this franchise in particular and horror in general. Freddy's fucking huge, and there's a reason for it,
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But I think that's going to wrap it up for us. We had a great time. We hope you did too. As always, thanks for listening. We appreciate you stopping by. Until next time, everybody, remember, dreams are fleeting, especially ones involving Freddy Krueger. Only nightmares last forever. Follow your nightmares.
Kill her, Mommy. Kill her.
I bid you welcome.
Thanks for listening to the Cinebytes podcast. If you like what you heard, follow us on our socials at Cinebytes Pod on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, and review. It really goes a long way in helping us reach more listeners.
You can stream the Cinebytes on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and many more popular streaming platforms and YouTube.
Questions or comments? Suggestions for future episodes? Contact us at cinebytespod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support the show and help us make it a better product for you, subscribe at cinebytespod.buzzsprout.com.
Until next time, keep following those nightmares.
The gay nightmare on Elm Street. Yes.
Wet towel butt snaps.
Oh, I'm gonna bust.
Hang on, let me pull my fucking foot out from under my desk.
Let me go pee real
I'm
quick.
gonna look at my fucking toe prints here.
Like, there's gotta be prints.
Oh yeah, there's definitely ridges. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's a printy toe right there.